What's going on, guys? It's Cruella DeVille here. I'm just kidding, it's only Trenton from Trenton's Collections here.
Boo! You stink!
So today is the 7th of September. Why is that date important? Because today is my birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
It's a simple song!
And I thought a lot about what I wanted to do for my birthday, but I thought, what's the best way to spend my time? Then go gather up some friends and do game hunting, the usual. But we're gonna go to a spot we've been to before that I teased months ago we'd be doing a full-fledged video on. We're gonna be going to Geeks and Gamers out in Warrior. So, strap in and let's have some fun. Alright guys, I got the crew with me. Y'all know this fucking loser. He's always with me. That's my favorite ADHD boy, Will. And this is our sleepyhead Steven. We just woke his bitch ass up.
Yo.
So, yeah, we're gonna head out there. We got an hour drive. One more.
Yo.
Hello. Shut up, Will.
I wanted someone to do it.
So what kind of stuff you're looking for today?
Well, I'm looking for games. I don't know what they're really looking for.
He brought us here. Okay. Fighters?
Day 1 edition. Why do you want day 1 edition? Nothing comes.
Steven, you know how to hold a camera. You wanna hold this?
Different Fatal Fury?
For lobby?
Oh! I'm glad I looked right here. I do like fighters.
Well, here you go. You have both good guys.
Is that complete? It is. That might be an ad.
Or it's not good guys.
That's a sealed PC game, so it's weird. So I'm not really looking for anything specific, but I do have a big budget to spend with today because I have like $250 set aside for my birthday.
Finest Hour, that's a good one. Finest Hour.
I do need Advanced Warfare. That's a really beat up
It's
copy.
an amazing card game.
A lot of Advanced Warfare.
Yes.
I really only wanted for the zombies to play with my buddy Steph.
Well, what games are you really looking for right now?
Honestly, I'm looking for the stuff that I don't get to find as often because they have a lot of hard to find titles here and all that. Last time I came in here, they had like a bunch of Switch games I've been looking for, like Day in the Night. They had Hollow Knight and the Wii U, a bunch of obscure titles. So they're really cool about having a lot of different things.
Greedfall is a good game.
What's that about?
It's exploring a new country, basically.
Well, you can cry. I don't really know how to explain it to you. Oh, dude, I played this like eons ago.
Bionicle the game.
New from Bionicle, Glatorians prepare for battle.
It was so good though. Don't flame my Bionicle.
Tell me about it.
Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. What is this cover art?
Look at his face. Look at his face.
Looks like a knockoff Earthworm Jim.
Oh yeah, I bet someone thought that was real funny.
Have you played all the Uncharted's?
Yes.
I was about to say, there's some.
Come here.
Look at that. They got freaking alien hominid on the GameCube.
I would not think on the game. Oh, Sura's rad,
And
dude.
Marvel vs. Capcom?
Nothing but classics here.
So I have to choose between, because I have 250 to spend here. I can either get a very few selection of really quality titles, or I can get a lot of titles that I've been looking for. That might be filler per se, but they're games I still want. So we're just gonna have to debate here and pick and choose what we can get. Yeah. Ooh, hello. The Killzone trilogy. No manual. My thing is when I'm getting games is I try to get everything complete. I'd rather have everything just nice and complete to add. And I don't have to worry about going and buying a manual and all that.
What's that?
Oh, is that Wolf Among Us? That was my jam back in the day. And I have this at home complete. Hulk Ultimate Destruction. It's like one of the best superhero games of all time. Legit, you could destroy entire cities if you wanted to.
That's impressive considering how old the game is.
Yeah, my
Are we
gamer
talking
set back
Crackdown levels of destruction, or
I'd say it was more fun than Crackdown because you get
total destruction of environments, or destruction as in, oh, you know, you kind of break a wall or
You're gonna love
two?
this city. And you can get like the entire military on you.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. Here's one ooh, that's actually really good.
I haven't seen that in a while.
That's one I've never gotten to play.
You never played Blinks?
Good
game.
I was wondering if they'll resurface that.
They have the OG Rampage.
Every Pokemon game known to man.
But of course they do. But of course they do.
Such I can't run those GameCube games or Game Boy games. I have to use these.
You should be able to run those. If you can't run those, there's something wrong with your thing, dude.
No, I have a game. I don't have the right Game Boy for it.
TikToking, YouTubing.
YouTube.
It's
It's his channel, not ours.
Yeah,
We just help him.
I do like a game hunting series where I'm trying to build like the ultimate game room and get games that I never got to play as a kid and get to play them and all that stuff. It's small right now, but it's got a lot of momentum the last few months. So that's something. It's like I got like 60 subscribers and like.
This is the only game you need is Dragon Ball Fighters.
Have you like us on Facebook yet?
Yeah, I think I follow y'all on Instagram and Twitter.
Send me a message. I'll subscribe. That'd be pretty awesome, man.
I'll
Thank
send
you.
y'all whenever.
So I may not be able to answer you during that time, but if you get it up, dude, we'll do we'll put it up on our Facebook and show off. Yeah.
Did you see Spirit Box Friday?
Yeah, well, not Friday. I saw them back in July when they were touring with Bad Omens and Under Oath. It was a great show. I
ooh, Under Oath.
I know you're talking about Silent Hills.
I don't know if that's one on the 360 though that they also co-released. I'll have to look at my list because I think I have every Silent Hill on there because I want to play them. Yeah, look at that. I was talking about Silent Hill Homecoming. There it is on the 360. For $17, I'll have that. Oh, hello.
I believe there's a new one of those coming out. Twisted Metal, that is.
Okay, let's look at what we have right now real quick. So we have Twisted Metal Black complete on the for 14. Animal Crossing City Folk complete for 20. Alan Wake Remaster for 19. Grim Adventures for 24. Blinks for 10. Viva Pinata for 9. Silent Hill for 17. And Tie for 8. What's that at right now?
21 minus tax.
So minus tax, so we're looking at about still 100 plus bucks left to spend. So we could look at these games, but we might want to take a look at all this stuff here, see what we have in the plans. After looking through all the titles, I think I can get one Grail game here to add to the collection. And I'm debating between two, so it's going to be a three-way vote for y'all.
Between you guys and us.
So, Binding of Isaac Rebirth. This is the most updated version that they have for the Switch. It's $101.
That
I
game.
can either get that, and that's brand new sealed, or I get here Conker's Bad for a Day.
Conquer Bad for a Day.
Okay, so that's one vote for Conker. 2 votes for Conker. Will?
It doesn't really matter, but Isaac looks pretty cool. Crying of Isaac.
I'm gonna leave you in the dust.
Anyways,
I'm going to shoot myself out of a cannon with a gun.
this is what game is this? Shadow of War.
Shadow of War.
I don't know how good this game is.
So a lot of people really like that because it's a single player story where you have really interesting mechanic where if you die and get killed by a boss enemy or just any enemy in general, they have this neat mechanic to where they will become stronger and become like a nemesis to you.
And we do price match based on price charting for the retro games. And the new games is price match based on GameStop.
Right.
So if for some reason the price has fallen, we'll honor that. And somebody checks the label's got a little bit of a ding on it.
Yeah.
So see if I can take some off there.
I wonder if I could clean that off.
So right now it's a 114.
Okay.
Given the label has a little bit off of it, I'd actually bring it down to 100 for you.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely add that on. Do you need to hold on to that? I just want to make sure because I know some shops are different.
And that's an old Blockbuster sticker.
Yeah.
I actually wouldn't worry about cleaning it off. Blockbuster stickers are actually increased value these days. And unfortunately, whoever had it before ripped it off. But it's not something that you have to worry about cleaning off.
Yeah. Like my thing is, I don't really care to resell them. I'm just wanting them for my collection to be able to play. So,
So you ever see them with Blockbuster stickers on them, leave it on there.
okay. I'm over here hiding in the figure corner. He ended up being super nice and offering price matching with price charting, and because of the label condition, he brought it down from 120 to about 100. I'm super excited about that, so we should be able to have all these games here, plus that grill there, so yeah, let's see what we can make out of that. So last time we were here, we got the Wedding Peach one, and I really want to get the other two, but they're like $90 together. So we just got out, we picked up a shit ton of games out of there. Even they got something too. Except him, he's poor.
Very poor.
Poor. Alright, let's go get food. So what'd you get, Caden?
Yeah, Final Fantasy 3.
Final Fantasy 3.
Hard find.
Yeah.
And Divinity Original Sin 2, just because I used to play this game when I was younger, and, well, the first one, and it's cool.
Okay. Will, what'd you get?
We got Shadow of Mordor, and I got the Steelbook casing for Shadow of War.
Awesome. Alright folks, we're back at the house. We actually did another stop after this to go ahead and go to GameStop to pre-order some items coming out later this month. That being Psychonauts 2 Physical Edition and the Physical Edition for Stray. So while we were there, we picked up some items, but let's go over the first haul first. First, we have 2 titles on the original Xbox. First, we picked up Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. My buddy Steven recommended I should pick this up. I don't think I had it on the list, but I thought I'd give it a try regardless. Next, we got Blinks the Minesweeper. This one was made officially by Xbox and an exclusive for the system. I don't know a lot about this, but it looked like a lot of fun, and it's one I wanted to add to my list regardless to play. Next, I picked up 2 titles for the Xbox 360. I have here Viva Pinata Party Animals. This one I got for my wife. She really likes the Viva Pinata games. I don't know if this is one she played, but it looked interesting, and I thought I could pick it up for her. Then I got Silent Hill Homecoming. I don't know a lot about this title. I think it was one of the ones that wasn't as well received, but I still want to play every game in the series and give it a chance to see what I think on it. In the final Xbox title, we picked up a copy of Alan Wake Remastered. Now this game just came out a few months ago. It was $40, so I was surprised to see they had this for only $20. I figured I'd give it up and play it in 4K and see all the nice visuals and see how they really changed things from the original. Next, I picked up 2 great PlayStation 2 titles. I picked up Twisted Metal Black. I picked up Twisted Metal 2 and 3 recently, so I thought it'd be good to get one of the more, well, I'd say modern. This is still a retro title. I wanted to see how well they cleaned up the series to go to PS2 and get a lot more enhanced fidelity over the PlayStation 1. Still super excited. This is the first time I'd seen this in person, and it was only $14, so complete in box, I thought I'd pick it up. Next, I picked up a childhood favorite of mine, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. This is super fun. It was nostalgic to see for me. I didn't even realize that this wasn't on my list, so I saw it. It was about $24. I said, screw it, I'm gonna add it to the collection. Looks like fun. So I don't get into handheld consoles a lot. I have a DS and 3DS, which are the only ones I have right now, because when I like to have my games, I'm very weird and a stickler about it. I like to have physical copies of everything so that way I can own it, and so digital titles don't get removed in the future, or store closes. I'm not going to be out of buying games in the future and be unable to play them. But with cartridges, I'm very weird on like older N64 and SNES and NES. I'm fine with them, but with DS games, Game Boy and all that stuff, they're so small and loose. Like they're like this big, and they can get lost so easily, especially with my cats always coming over here and messing with my games all the time, and they'll knock off a game or two here, that I end up just not even wanting to pick them up. Especially because with you trying to find cardboard cases for everything, it just gets really expensive really quickly. But there is a handheld I haven't gotten into yet, but I want to get into in the future, and that's PSP, which I don't see a lot of copies of those either, and you tend to find them loose, but they do have hard physical cases, and they had to steal their great PSP game, Loco Roco, which is a lot of fun where you're controlling little like sentient blocks and all that stuff, or cubes, and they're like singing and you're going through all these levels. It's just a fun little platformer that's very interesting and unique, and I thought I'd give it a try, and they only had it for like $10, so I thought that was a steal. Finally, we're on to Nintendo, and we picked up 3 great titles for them. For the Wii, we picked up Animal Crossing City Folk. Now, I do already have a copy of Animal Crossing City Folk. However, it was a greatest hits, and if I haven't said before how I feel about greatest hits, I just don't like them. I think they look very ugly, and they're very distracting, and it can mess up your collection how it just looks on the shelf. I'm weird, I'm a stickler about that stuff, I know, but that's just how I am. So I ended up picking up this copy. It was only $20. For the SNES, I have here F-Zero. Now this is a fantastic fast-paced driving game. It's super over the top and very difficult to really play, but it's just so much, it's so much fun. You can get to crazy top speeds. It's super unique and I'm really excited to give that a try. And if you don't know what an incredible game Conker's Bad Fur Day is, then you really need to get your hands on a copy. You can also play it in Rare Replay Collection. This is a fantastic title made by Rare when they were at the top of their game. It was insane. It had a lot of lewd things about it. There was cursing in it and drinking and all that stuff when it was meant to be a cartoony 3D platformer. It was very unique for the time, and it still holds up pretty well to this day. He ended up scoring me a deal on this title here. They were originally charging $127, and he came up to me and unprompted was like, hey, we'll match price charting for a lot of the bigger games and all that stuff if they've gone down in price. And they ended up knocking it down to $114, but then he was like, because of the condition of the label here, which if you can see, it's got a little bit of a tear next to Conker. And then on the back, there's a sticker that's left over from Blockbuster, which I don't really care for. He said that that makes them worth more, but I don't care about that. I want it for the collection. I was probably going to peel it off. He was like, don't peel it off, it's going to be worth more, but regardless, because of the wear and tear on the label, he's going to do $100 even on this. So a $27 discount for us, which actually put us just at the budget to be able to afford this game and all the other great titles we had for the collection. But like I said, I did stop by GameStop afterwards for pre-ordering some titles, and they had some great deals for us. So let me show you what we got. I have two PSVR games that I picked up today. Doom 3 Sealed for $4 on clearance, and then Farpoint for about $6. Now they're both VR titles. They're both very interesting. Doom 3 I don't have the biggest history with, however it's still an interesting title that I wanted to give a chance in VR, though I prefer the classic gameplay of the first two games and then the revised gameplay of the later games. I still want to give it a chance and see how it plays in VR because it's more atmospheric and I think it would hold up a little bit better. And Farpoint, it looked very interesting. You're trying to survive on a lonely planet with a ravaging environment. I thought I'd give it a try, and I'm trying to add more PSVR titles to get ready for PSVR 2. That's coming out, I think, the beginning of next year. And then for the Switch, we picked up No More Heroes 3 for $27, and the Hotline Miami collection sealed for only $30. Now, I hadn't seen these titles. Now, I hadn't seen this title on Switch yet, but it's one I've been looking for a while, so I figured I'd pick it up and start playing this game. That seemed like a lot of fun, and it had great rave reviews for it. I just haven't seen a physical copy for it at all, except for online. And with No More Heroes 3, that's a title I started to play with the first two No More Heroes, and they seem like a lot of fun, and I want to go ahead and pick it up. I've only seen new copies of this go for like 50, 60 bucks. I was trying to find a good price on it, so 27 bucks. That's like well over half the price of what I typically see it for. Figured I'd pick it up and give it a shot. The last two items are collection pieces. So I picked up here a beautiful big box copy of Crash Bandicoot where he's wearing the Uka Uka mask and it's got a plate in the background. I don't normally like these because I think they're really bulky and stand out in the collection. However, I just thought this one looked really interesting. I like the Funko piece itself and I love that iconic background. I don't think I'll take him out of the box. Even though he's so bulky, I'll try to fit him in with the others. However, it's super unique and I love the Crash series, so I thought I'd pick it up. And the last piece also isn't for me. I picked up Red Panda May from Turning Red. We had recently watched this movie when it came out on Disney Plus. It was super cute and she really loved it, and she already had the other Funko Pop of just May when she's in her human form. So I thought I'd get this for her. It's a little bulky, but I think she can make it work with her collection. Now I gotta move all this shit again. Alright guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. A lot of great finds from that store today. They're a really awesome shop. I know that a lot of their stuff is in board games, but almost all the games they have is incredible. They keep their titles really well kept. Everything I picked up today was complete, and there were very few titles that I had been looking at that didn't have a manual, and they had such good prices too. The people working there were really friendly. Shout out to Mike, he was so nice and super great to talk to. He was really friendly. They're kind of in the middle of nowhere, unfortunately, so it's a little hard for me to drive, but I'm going to be trying to go there a little bit more often whenever I'm looking to get more grails for the collection. So shout out to them. If y'all enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like and comment down below what you thought about this store today, and I'll see y'all in the next one.